Hi everybody, welcome to City Beat. I'm your host Nancy Byrne and we are at Las Vegas Fire and Rescue's Station 47. This is a busy time of year for Las Vegas Fire and Rescue. In fact, they tell me that 4th of July night is the busiest night of the year, traditionally mostly because of the use of illegal fireworks. You know, this is supposed to be a time of year when we celebrate the birthday of our great country. Instead, a lot of people end up worrying about damage to their property, frightened pets, and even veterans feeling anxious due to PTSD. Now, in the past, the city, fire, and law enforcement have tried many steps to discourage the use of illegal fireworks. This year, they have a plan in place that includes fines that'll cost you a heck of a lot more than those fireworks.
Watch out, watch out! Oh, jeez!
And these are the kind of scenes that play out when illegal fireworks get into the hands of people who may not be fit for many reasons to be setting them off. Injuries, damage to property, even deaths have resulted in the mishandling of what are frankly powerful explosives. One local resident who is all too familiar with the dangers of illegal fireworks is Dennis Wise. He lost a shed, family Christmas decorations, and a lot of expensive music equipment he and his wife Marcia use as local performers. In fact, they were out performing the 4th of July night it happened.
My wife and I were playing at the Rampart in the lounge there, and we got a call that our shed was on fire. So we had to cut things short and rush right home, and of course our fire truck's out and the people are out, and my shed's on fire.
He says the fire spread quickly once the shed and the dry leaves around it were ignited by what turned out to be an illegal firework.
It was caused from a bottle rocket that this was not just a little one you put in a bottle, and we used to have when we were kids. These things were huge.
Bill number 2019-15, please read the bill.
Dennis's story is not uncommon. That's why the Las Vegas City Council is strengthening the power of those enforcing the illegal fireworks laws with a bill clearing the way for pricey citations instead of drawn-out court hearings. The bill passed unanimously at the June 19th City Council meeting. Just before the vote, Deputy Fire Marshal Rick Rozier explained how this now allows enforcement to hand over an immediate fine on the spot.
Basically, the ordinance that we're proposing converts, or at least allows us to convert the penalties that are involved in illegal fireworks use and handling and storage from a criminal misdemeanor to a civil penalty. It makes it easier for the courts. It doesn't tie up the court system, and it makes it easier for us during the enforcement nights to go ahead and issue the citation and then move on quickly.
So for those of you who still want to risk it, the first violation is $250. If caught again within 30 days, it will be an additional $500, plus the cost of disposing of the fireworks. But wait, there's more, according to Fire Inspector Scott Thompson.
Not to mention, you could get caught in some of the checkpoints bringing your illegal fireworks into the city. State Patrol, the Highway Patrol and Metro, they're doing enforcement, and we're going to be cracking down on people bringing them into the city. So you could face fines plus confiscation.
And thanks to hits on the website ispyfireworks.com last 4th of July, they know exactly what parts of the city to concentrate their patrols on this 4th of July. See all those little dots? They mark the exact locations of where the complaints were filed.
It was geo-mapping to locate hotspots for future enforcement, like this year. This year we will use last year's information to concentrate our enforcement. This year's iSpy information will go towards next year's.
Okay. But residents in those areas are being warned.
Enter the address. This year, actually, people will be getting letters. Either said, you know, this area was a problem. We're going to be in here this year, so give them a heads up. So we sent out, in the city, we sent out 4,000 letters.
So now you know, fire and Metro Police will be out in full force across Las Vegas, not to spoil people's fun, but to protect people, vets, property, and pets.
Well, historically, 4th of July is one of the busiest nights for our fire crews. There's a lot of fires, a lot of injuries happen on that, and not to mention the issues with pets, the issues with veterans. It's just a from what it was intended to be with the 4th of July celebrating the country, it's turned into a time for people to do silly things and start needless fires and injury concerns. So,
And it's part of the fire.
It may be too late for Dennis Wise, but he speaks from experience when he says the fun of setting off these illegal fireworks may be fleeting, but the damage is permanent.
When I got that call, man, I was panicking, and you just panic, and you kind of you want to get there and see what it's all about and things like that, you know. But those memories never can be replaced. They're gone.
You know, so many animals end up so frightened they break out of their yards and their homes and they end up on the streets. Animal Foundation is waiving all reclaim fees from July 3rd through the 10th because of the number of animals that end up in their care. Best thing you can do if you have a pet that is frightened of the fireworks is keep them home, inside in an interior room, maybe turn on the TV, the radio. Have your friends over and stay home with your pet, I guess, is the best bet for all. Well, let's stay on this legal theme for a little bit. It's about 10 years in the making, but ground has been broken on the new Las Vegas Municipal Court building. It's a building that everyone thinks is going to serve the judges better, but it's because the judges will now be able to serve you even better. The giant construction equipment looked like it was just waiting in the wings, chomping at the bit to get started on this new project downtown. The project, when completed, will be a 4-story municipal court building with customer convenience as a top priority. At the groundbreaking ceremony, Mayor Carolyn Goodman said it's not only being built to give our judges more elbow room, it's being built for the community served by our proactive Muni Court staff.
We're doing this for you guys and ladies. We're so proud. You do such a beautiful job with the specialty courts. You have no idea. This has been such a forward-thinking Muni Court over these years, touching so many different parts of our community.
The mayor went on to explain how it will house a variety of legal entities, giving people a one-stop location for many needs.
4 stories, nearly 140,000 square feet, includes chambers and offices for all 6 municipal court judges. It will also have space set aside for our busy traffic court, our court administration, customer service, classrooms, and public space. It will also house the city attorney's official criminal division, creating a one-stop shop for municipal justice needs.
Chief Judge Cynthia Leung explained that the 6 judges who sit on the Las Vegas Municipal Court are handling one of the busiest courts in the valley.
And in case you don't know, Municipal Court is a high-volume court. As a whole, we handle close to 140,000 cases in a given year. So our judges handle the criminal docket consisting of those cases along with our traffic commissioner, and on top of that, each department runs a specialty court program.
Each judge runs a specialty court focusing on needs in our community, from helping to get women off the streets and off substance abuse to a DUI court dealing with chronic drunk and drug drivers. Not only is it located across from the beautiful City Hall, it will also follow its lead by being LEED certified, conserving energy, water, and saving taxpayer dollars, something that has become a City of Las Vegas and a Mulaski group of companies' priority. Judge Leung was in charge of getting the construction started appropriately with the bang of her gavel.
It is my privilege and my honor to officially call this groundbreaking ceremony to order. Thank you very much.
And with the turning of the dirt,
1, 2, 3, toss him!
We should be able to celebrate the opening and ribbon cutting by the year 2021. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to take you to a new hot spot in town where the food is delicious and the ice cream is sweet and homemade. But as we go to break, we want to take you to the always very moving arrival of the Nation of Patriots to City Hall. The group stops at City Hall every year around the 4th of July on their fundraising trip across the country, carrying an American flag along the way to honor our veterans. Las Vegas Fire and Rescue always gives them a spectacular welcome.
Let me tell you about the toughest guy on earth. He does the work of 2 jobs, but only gets paid for one. Caregiving is tougher than tough. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving.
Welcome back to City Beat from Las Vegas Fire and Rescue Station 47. Well, you might be familiar with a new segment we're doing here on Channel 2 called Open for Business, where we feature unique businesses opening across the city. Melissa Duran takes us to a new hotspot at Tivoli Village. Here's a hint. If you like Esther's Kitchen downtown, you're going to love this place.
Hi everyone, I'm Melissa Duran here at Tivoli Village. I'm standing outside of Ada's. It's the newest hotspot here in town. So let's go take a look. If your mouth is watering, you're not alone. Just one look at the dishes at Ada's will have you wanting more. From pizza to pasta, Ada's in Tivoli Village is sure to make your taste buds go wild.
Anything else I can use right now? Fantastic.
Ada's is the creation of Chef James Treese, who you probably already know from Esther's Kitchen, which opened in downtown Las Vegas about a year ago.
The difference between Esther's and Ada's is not very stark. We didn't want to come in and bring a whole new concept. Esther's is more pasta focused. All handmade pastas, everything made in house, all the bread, everything. Up here, we're all still making the pastas, but we have a larger pizza selection. And by having a larger pizza selection, we actually change the feeling of the room. We want people to order pizza, but if they want pasta, we have it. Rather than having all the specialty pastas and all the different like seasonal components, we want to stick with the classics, the amatriciana, the carbonara, the cacio e pepe, you know, the pomodoro. Like if we didn't do spaghetti and meatballs here, there would be a riot.
Chef Treese uses only the best ingredients and refuses to lower any standards.
I think so many restaurants say, oh, you want pesto, just order it from Cisco, right? I can't do that. I just can't bring myself to lower the quality of my food. And so we're putting a lot more work into it than a lot of restaurants do, because we have to keep up the standard that Esther's has already set.
The goal is to make Ada's part of your regular rotation, not a place you come to only on special occasions. Aside from making everything delicious, the chef has gone to great lengths to make the menu approachable and affordable.
The most expensive thing in a restaurant is an empty seat. You know, and plus, like, there are no community-based, local, chef-driven restaurants in the city. So as we go to a place that seems like it's just chains, like Summerlin, we just bring what we do and all the love and passion for it, and then we're gonna go, you know, to another spot and then another spot.
And that passion is seen in every dish that comes out. Details are carefully watched by Chef Treese and his staff before they're taken to the table. Kate Gingrass and her friends work nearby and decided to check out their newest lunch spot.
Yeah. Awesome, thank you. Wow.
Definitely shows in the quality of the food. We saw a lot of people present in the restaurant today interacting with us, and you can just tell within the quality of the food that they're definitely putting their touch and love into it.
They decided to try a little bit of everything.
We ordered the Caesar salad, the caprese salad, the mushroom pizza, the burrata, and the cacio de pepe pasta.
And within seconds of tasting the food, they knew they'd be back.
I think it's outstanding, and certainly every local or person in the area should come check it out.
Alongside the amazing food, the beautiful atmosphere, showing customers they are more than a number. They are a welcome guest and will be treated as such.
I'd rather have 10 restaurants that are 50 seats than one restaurant that's 500.
And the cherry on top, yep, you guessed it, dessert. Chef Treese decided Ada's would be home to best ice cream. He has created dozens of variations on the flavors offered until he reached perfection.
Seasonal chef-driven ice cream, because that's really what it is. Like right now it's peaches, so we have peach and ricotta. When it's pear season, it'll be pear and ricotta. When we, when it's not berry season anymore, we'll change the blueberry cheesecake to a pumpkin cheesecake, right? So it's like, all depends what those things are.
Ada's is an exciting addition to Tivoli Village, and the chef is hopeful you'll give it a try.
Welcome to Ada's. We're really lucky to have you and serve you, and anything we can do for you guys, just let us know. We're here for you.
For City Beat, I'm Melissa Duran.
Thank you, Melissa Duran, for the latest installment of Open for Business. You know, living in a big city, you might be surprised at how many kids never really get outside the hustle and bustle and discover nature. Well, Councilman Cedric Creer has decided that some kids in Ward 5 need to be treated to a trip to enjoy nature. Now, we're not just talking visiting a local park. We're talking big. We're talking Zion National Park.
All right, come on, you guys. Let's go get on the bus. Woo!
morning. Good morning.
So today we're taking a group of kids to Zion National Park. It is every kid in a park day. A lot of kids in our neighborhood don't have an opportunity to get out to see the wonders of the Southwest. And so today we're heading to Utah. We got 4 buses and we're gonna have a great day. So many kids have never been across the block or across town, nevertheless to Utah and see one of the wonders of the world, which is Zion National Park.
We are going to introduce you to the Junior Ranger program that happens here. You guys are going to get a chance to earn a badge. It's a really fun program. We're going to do a couple cool hikes. They will be partially in shade, which we love. And all that kind of stuff. And we'll do lunch really soon. Are you guys hungry?
Yeah.
Thanks a lot.
No problem.
Thank you.
Go.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Today, after our lunch, we're actually heading up canyon. One group will be doing the Riverside Walk Trail, which is just alongside our Virgin River. It's really gorgeous. It should be a little in the shade, which is always good. And then the other group is doing our Lower Emerald Pools Trail, which ends in a slight waterfall, and then learning about animals. So we're basically taking them on 2 of our most popular, most beautiful trails and kind of having them have that experience.
We are going to walk under a very small desert waterfall. It is going to feel so good right now. Here's the thing though, that water might be kind of cold. Everyone's first instinct is always to scream. We can't do that because it's in a big bowl and all of our screams will like echo and reverberate and like birds will fly away and you'll scare people. So when that first drop of cold water hits you right in the head, internal scream, not external.
Hey, Billy, try to stop that
I promise to help take care of and protect Zion National Park.
We're just so excited to have them here. It's really wonderful to introduce Zion to people. It's one of our favorite things that we get to do.
Told you guys it was beautiful, right? For those that have been here for the first time, I told you it's going to be absolutely positively gorgeous. And you know, I urge you guys to come back.
Congratulations on all becoming Zion Junior Rangers.
What a great opportunity for the kids to store up some lifetime memories. A big thanks to photographer-editor Eric Sorensen for taking that trip along with them and capturing the images. Well, even kids who can't get out of the city are fortunate because we've got a wonderful aquatics department. Sue Levitt is going to take us to a program at one of our city pools that may look like cute little dancing by the water, but is actually pretty grueling, but a lot of fun.
These synchronized swimmers are learning the basics today from their coach, Savannah Knowles. Savannah coaches here at Garside, the very pool where she first learned to swim.
Savannah actually used to come to the Garside pool when she was little. I was actually her first swim teacher. She then progressed into synchronized swimming, and once she became lifeguard certified, we got her in. I asked her, can you be the coach? There's no better person I would pick.
Watching Savannah coach the girls, it's clear she has a passion for the sport of synchronized swimming. She spends an hour and a half in the pool with the girls 3 days a week.
I had done synchronized swimming with the city when I was younger, and it was a lot of fun, and it's a super cool sport. I love to get to know the girls and work on figures with them, so it's a lot of fun for me.
The sport of synchro combines swimming, dance, and gymnastics. Swimmers perform synchronized routines with moves in the water to music, all while treading water in the deep end of the pool.
Synchronized swimming, I think, is a great exercise. A lot of people don't realize how much endurance it takes, how much strength it takes. If you want to work out where you're not just swimming laps and you want to make sure that you're building up your stamina, there's no better sport than synchronized swimming.
We've learned a lot of forms, and then my favorite at this point would probably be Blossom, when we have to do the splits in the middle of the water.
The girls work on their routines all summer long to prepare for their competitions and the big show at Pavilion Pool in August.
It's really fun to do the competitions, and I like just learning all the formations and stuff. We can face backwards and look up, and then we can do this, and it's really fun.
So this is what you guys look like in the water, right? Because I do have a few girls back from last year, and they're doing super well, and they get to know the more advanced figures and stuff. So just seeing that they're growing as synchronized swimmers is a lot to me. So
all are welcome to join the synchronized swimming teams here at the city, and Garside isn't the only pool that offers the sport. Most of our city pools offer synchro for just $35 for the entire summer.
I think that's wonderful, honestly. The girls love it, they think it's a lot of fun, and I think it's a great opportunity for them.
If you would like more information on synchronized swimming or any of the other classes and activities offered through the city, just go to our website. We've got all the information there for you, or you can call 229-PLAY.
The All-City Synchronized Swimming and Diving Show will be held at Pavilion Pool on August 3rd from 6 to 8 p.m. It is free and open to the public. Thank you, Sue Levitt, for that Discover the Fun segment. We're going to take another break, and when we come back, we say farewell to 2 city council members who have served our city so well.
Ever dream of being in the movies? Why not bring the movies to you?
And cut! Coffee. That was good. We're going to have to go 10 more times.
Become a filming location today. Register your home and/or business at nevadafilm.com.
If anybody needs me, I'll be in my trailer.
Welcome back to City Beat from Las Vegas Fire and Rescue Station 47. Well, there's a bit of a changing of the guard on our Las Vegas City Council. Wards 1, 2, and 3 all have new representatives. Now, in the next City Beat, we'll get to know Brian Knutson, Victoria Seaman, and Olivia Diaz just a little bit better. But first, before we say hello to them, we'd like to say farewell to Mayor Pro Tem and Ward 1 Councilwoman Lois Tarkanian, who is termed out, and Ward 3 Councilman Bob Coffin, who decided not to run for third term. For Councilwoman Lois Tarkanian, it was a 14-year run. She took office in 2005 following a recall election in Ward 1, then just continued to win those council elections until she termed out in 2019. In those years, she improved every park in her ward, remodeled and reopened the dilapidated Garside Pool, brought neighborhoods together with events like back-to-school fairs, built new and reopened older fire stations, and so much more. But she says probably her proudest accomplishment will reach well beyond her ward to improve healthcare for our entire region.
And when it came into our ward, we branded it, and you got a committee going so that we had hospitals, businesses, everybody working together. And the people in Public Works have done a beautiful job in planning and getting that ready for this medical school.
The mayor, city council members, city staff, family, and friends celebrated the end of her tenure at the June 19th city council meeting. By the turnout, it was clear she has touched a lot of lives over the years. But as we spoke with her in her office away from the limelight, she gave credit to just about everyone but herself. Like crediting our Public Works Department for the beautiful median and street sculptures that actually started popping up in Ward 1.
And now it's all over the city because the other wards liked it. And it's a good way. You don't spend money on water, and yet it still can be beautiful. They've come up with such great things in that department.
She even prominently displays a bird given to her by the Public Works on her desk. It was one of the last things she packed away as she was preparing to leave office. But giving credit where credit is due is in her DNA. In her mind, being a public servant, as she has been much of her life, is not the same as being a politician.
And you have people who run for office who are public servants. The politicians usually are watching to see that they can move up. The public servants are looking all the time at what the people need, and they try and meet. And why do they stay public servants? Because it fills their heart.
And Lois Tarkanian's heart must be full. Also honored at the June 19th City Council meeting was Ward 3 Councilman Bob Coffin, who has decided not to run for a third term. His public service did not start at the city, but goes way back many years, including more than 2 decades in the Nevada State Senate and 2 years in the State Assembly.
Well, after 36 years in public office, you would think somebody needs a vacation. I'm not declaring for any new office yet. I'm not declaring I'll ever run for office again, but I'm not going to leave public life, and I'm not going to leave politics, because it's a calling. It is a vocation. You either have it or you don't. And I got bit by the bug very young.
We spoke with him at Channel 2 a couple of months ago, and he said he'll miss working with the other council members and Mayor Carolyn Goodman.
The collegiality of working with like-minded people who agree or disagree. And I get a lot of joy out of disagreeing with people, because it's like, those are people who see things different, and I don't see it their way, so I have to figure out why as I'm trying to persuade them to see it my way. So there's a lot of give and take.
He's proud of the resurgence in the downtown area, saying all those ribbon cuttings translate into growth and vibrance. He also loved interacting with kids, whether it be kicking off summer splashes in his own unique style, to opening a new skate park for a Ward 3 neighborhood.
With Mary being retired, I got to find things to do that are not in the house. I've already irritated her way too much, because she's constantly doing something, and I really don't want to do anything, to be honest. I mean, don't tell anybody, of course, don't tell the whole valley that I'd rather be lazy and relax, maybe stay in bed all day, but I can't, I won't. So I got to find things to do.
Well, that does it for another City Beat. We want to thank you for joining us from Las Vegas Fire and Rescue Station 47. Please be careful out there on the 4th of July, the days that lead up to it and the days following. Watch out for your pets and your vets and your property. As we go to close, we want to take you to the 16th annual Senior Idol performance, which I had the honor of emceeing at the Charleston Heights Art Center. Wait to see this talent. We'll see you for the next City Beat.
How can I